key light alone equals heavy shadows, and that's on page 78. Key light plus field light equal just enough shadows for feelings of depth. Okay?
I have a question. Is this when one person is standing like an interview or a period when you're doing a movie? This is standard, you always have to have those first two.
Yep, that's standard.
Okay.
That's standard. Now you can probably get away with the other lighting, but every production has a key light. That's standard. Okay. Backlight. That's your second step. The backlight separates the subject from the background. The backlight falls directly on your subject's head and shoulders from behind, creating a rim of light which visually separates the subject from the background. The backlight is especially useful when the subject's hair or clothes are similar in color to the background. Okay. And you have the background light, which is the third step. Background lights bring the background up into the same range of illumination as the rest of the scene and gives an added sense of depth. It is a general rule to have your background a little darker than your key area. Okay, now this is when you have multiple subjects. To light multiple subjects, multiply the basic setup. So if you have two subjects, depending on your other lighting on your set, you may just have one key light, but you have to kind of look to see if you have shadows and see if you need two key lights if you have two subjects. So what you would do is place a key light for every important area, then start building with field lights. Most times you may be able to cover more than one subject with the same key light. Okay? A single broad can provide backlight for several people. So you can use a key light in a broad instead of two key lights. Last words of advice: to avoid multiple unnatural looking shadows on walls, keep your lights high and your subjects away from the walls. Shadows are less noticeable on dark colored walls than on light colored walls. Sometimes a change in scenery can solve a lighting problem. Film shows more shadow details than video. So for TV, you'll have to put more lights into your shadow areas. Basic lighting setup process should not be taken as gospel, meaning that your field light and your background lights, in your backlights, you may be able to manipulate as according to the set or your scenery, but your key light, that's a guarantee. Lighting setup is a learning process, so which is everything. Life is a learning process.
That's right.
Yeah. Anything. So don't get antsy or anything, because you can always come back and look at it, and then you'll know what areas you need to correct. So that's with anything. When setting up lighting for your set, always observe your scenery and put up one light at a time, starting with the key light, and watch what it does. While placing lights, you can get confused. So turn the lights off and then turn them back on one at a time to see what each is doing and to regain control. Okay? And I apologize. apologize, but we're gonna have 4 chapters next week for your test because I felt behind.
4, 5, 6, and 7 for test next week.
You said 4, 5, 6, 7 on the same test?
Okay, well, what we can do, since you're saying because I don't want you to not do well. I want you to do well. So you're saying that.
Oh.
You're saying that no, we're going to
Too
have
much.
to do something. What we'll do then is that we'll do 4 and 5 next week and 6 and 7 the following week then.
Okay.
Okay?
So if this,
'Cause I
okay.
do not want you to do well.
So if we
That's
did,
not my goal here.
so that means we gonna do 100 questions? Ding!
I didn't say you was gonna have 100 questions, okay? I don't know. Did I say 100 questions?
Cause look, this is one chapter, right?
I gotta get in your brain. Okay, so,
Frightening proposition.
huh?
That's a frightening proposition.
I know. I think you're one of those that put things in instructors' heads and then the whole class is ready to beat you up after school. You were probably like that in school, right? And it's just like, I think you have a point here, John. And then the other classmates is like, John.
No, never that. I was a bad boy, and then I wouldn't be here.
Okay, so let's get our producer, Johnny. We're gonna pick up on yours next week. We're gonna finish up Harold's, then we'll pick up on yours next week.
Okay, can I do the last week's test?
There is no class next week, is there?
Oh,
Shit, I
oh,
want
yes,
this.
yes, yeah. Our break is the following week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the following week, okay.
Sean Wayne's
Well, Johnny,
Bill Cosby.
you already
We too
said
damn
here's your
famous.
result. Yeah.